Violence in childhood is unbearable for the child and leaves lasting scars that affect their lifelong emotional, cognitive, and social development. And it also has huge costs at a national level for economic, social, and democratic development of our society. It is often transmitted from one generation to the next as those who receive violence in childhood grow up to become perpetrators as adults. Today, the campaign that the government, UNICEF, and our partners launch will cover all forms of violence. However, the first part of the campaign will focus on online violence, which is an emerging concern for all of our communities, our families, and our children. Later in the campaign, we will focus on family and peer violence. We have separated the topics in the campaign and we have sequenced them. However, they are inextricably linked, they are interconnected, and feed off each other in terms of their impact upon children and our society. Of course, in a global economy and in a knowledge economy, internet is crucially important for the development and the education of all of our children. But it also provides a new channel for those who would seek to do our children harm. We must stop them in their tracks. But this requires innovation, new thinking, intelligence-led policing, and public awareness. And we are very proud to work with the government of Montenegro and the Montenegrin people in all of these three areas. We will continue to work in partnership to protect children. As we sit here in this very hot room today talking about these issues, we must acknowledge that every third person online is a child. And up to 72% of Montenegrins between the age of 9 and 17 have their own social media profile. Yet 1 in 5 of their parents probably don't know what a social media profile is and are therefore not in a strong position to protect them. We must also, 38% of children say they have had an upsetting or traumatizing experience online in the past year. While we ensure that children can utilize the essential developmental and educational opportunities the internet provides, we must also reduce the risks it brings to them. And this will help us to ensure that children in Montenegro, along with children all over the world, grow to be active digital citizens who can well serve their communities and their societies. Parents and teachers need to play a role in keeping children safe online. Yet less than 40% of both parents and children tell us they've discussed the risks of the internet in the family. And over half of children say they have never discussed this issue with their teachers. It sometimes seems like there's a gap in which teachers and parents expect the other one to do the education, and really they need to be reinforcing the same message for children to ensure that children surf safely. In the fight against violence, online and offline, and all forms of childhood adversity, we will continue to stand shoulder to shoulder with the government of Montenegro and the people of Montenegro, and perhaps most importantly, the children of Montenegro, who are the ones that we seek, all of us together, to protect. As the campaign seeks to build public awareness on violence against children, we are working also with police, social workers, the health and education and justice sectors, and the IT sector to build robust capacity to protect children from violence in all of its forms and to bring the perpetrators to justice. But this can only be a success if done in partnership with all sections of society, and we therefore call upon all people watching this and hearing and reading about this to join us in ensuring that every child grows up in a safe Montenegro.